I'm Lee, and this week I want to make a slag hammer, so I'm going to start with a piece of coil spring. I want to start by squaring this bar off. Okay, I'm going to get real scientific with this and guess. So this is just going to give me a spot where my slitting chisel kind of stays in the center of. Okay, so I need to find my marks again. There they are. I want to make sure I start out pretty straight. It's pretty close. A little bit wonky. It's better. Yep, there I can start to come through a little bit. Flip this baby over. Oh yeah, it's looking good. Alright, I have a drift here, which is mild steel, so it may not survive this. I just made it the other day. Alright, I've got that opened up pretty decent. Now I need to put a fuller in each side of those cheeks. Okay, I want to fuller right next to these cheeks. I want to kind of be tight to them. It's looking pretty decent. Okay, I've got both sides narrowed up. Now I just need to drift this a little bit more. Okay, I'm going to drive my drift, and then I want to draw out some of this. Fold those cheeks down just a little bit. Then I brought this because I would like to planish that. Okay, next I need a taper right there. Alright, I want to start putting a hexagon on this. Now the other side is just a chisel. So far, this is coming out pretty well. Now, this is the side that I use the cross peen to drive down. I want to try to like put a little bit of a point down here. That's why I pulled that down a little bit. These come out all right, but they're a little rough. I think I might hit them with a little bit of a file. The hexagon over here turned out really nice. I like it. It needs to be tweaked just a little bit, rotated to match the handle. Now this is my chisel end. It needs to be cut back just a little bit. I think it's a little bit long, but it doesn't look too bad. So I'm going to cut here, and I squared up this edge a little bit, but I'm going to do just a little bit of file work. See, I hammered the edges in, but I might clean those up with a file. But other than that, it is turning out pretty good. For my handle, I'm going to use a piece of hickory that I have. And it's a little messed up down here, but that is perfect because I want this thing kind of narrow. Now it's pretty small, the handle that I need. So I'm going to go and knock this thing down to at least 1 inch by 1 inch. And then see where that takes me. And I'll use this to split it since I don't have a fro. And that will give me a very good starting point while that thing is tempering. So I've got this wiped down with boiled linseed oil. I really like how the slag hammer itself come out. I tempered this at 450. I ran 2 cycles at around 2 hours apiece. But I filed this little bit in here and it turned out really nice. I put a facet in here, so I turned them inward and then 2 facing each other. And I really like how that turned out. Got my mark in it. The hexagon turned out nice. That's just finished with a hammer, no filing on that. No real filing on the chisel side either, just maybe the corners a little bit. And then obviously I ground the tips in each end. Gave the handle a little bit of a rounded curve just for something to look at. Feels good in the hand. Won't get hot. But I really like it. Well, I hope you enjoyed this week's video. I appreciate you watching. I'll see you next week.